So as far as the braiding goes, you want to make sure the braids are small, especially when you're putting clip-ins in. If you braid your hair too big, the clip-ins are not going to stick. So just make sure you do tiny, tiny braids. So I'm braiding all the hair down vertically from the part. So I'm using the part, which is a diagonal part from one side of the head to the other, and I'm braiding down vertically. That's going to give me a good guide when I'm putting the wefts in. That's going to give me a good guide with weft placement. You always want to kind of braid the hair how you're going to design, the look, the hair extensions. So that's one side. The other side, I'm doing a nice big chunky braid. So for this side, I'm using my edge control and I'm taking very small sections. The key is to take very small sections when you're doing big braids because you want it to stay neat. If you try to take too much at a time, you're going to end up having a mess. So just be aware of that. So as you can see, we have the leave out in. I have a leave out of her hair in the center and a leave out in the front. So now we're putting the hair extensions in. Okay, so I use clip-ins to put 90% of the hair extensions in. So this is, again, another easy go look. It takes a little longer because you have to put the braids, but it won't take you as long as a full installation of hair extensions will take. So I put clip-ins in up until the top where I reach my part. When I reach my part, I like to always sew down my last part. It just depends on the style, it depends on your hair texture, it depends on a lot of different things. Sometimes you don't need to sew down the last track with needle and thread, but for this particular look, I want it as flat as possible, and the only way you're gonna get it flat as possible is if you sew it down. Some people like to put glue. I'm not really a fan of glue, so I'm not gonna recommend glue, but that is another way that you can do it. It's pretty fast and it'll give you the look that you're looking for. So here I'm sewing down the last 2 tracks of the sew body here. And you sew that down, like I said, you see how the braids are guiding me to the positioning of the wefts. So everything is on a diagonal. And because everything is on a diagonal, everything's gonna fall that way because I want the hair to fall in her face. I don't want it to fall to the side. If I wanted it to fall to the side, I would have started by the ear and worked my way up. But since I want it at a diagonal, I'm starting from the front and working my way back, which makes a huge difference. So the next part we're doing is we're gonna add those long tresses in her hair. So I'm using a wand to add the tresses. Notice that I put the curling iron in horizontally and then I bring it downward. So that gives me control of how my waves look. So I want to put it in horizontally first and then position it downwards. After I put the wand in, I stretch the hair out because I don't want it to be too curly. I just want it to have those nice, like, loose waves. So we're going to do that throughout the hair to give her that look. You can use smaller wands, you can use bigger wands, you can take bigger sections. It's more or less going to do the same thing. You just have to make sure you have a good wand or a good curling iron to make sure that the heat penetrates enough when you want to do bigger or smaller sections. So I'm just going through some of the curls just to make sure all the curls are taken care of. After we complete the curls, we want to pin down the back because I still have some leave out from the hair in the center. So I'm just going to pin that all down so that the hair goes to one side. And then after that, we're just going to put our fingers through the hair extensions. So that it has we're just going to put our hands through the hair extension so that it's a little looser. And boom, you have your look. Yeah, it's simple. It's cute. You just need one pack of sew body hair and then you're on the go. Different styles with hair extensions. Hope you enjoy the look.